たね。それで今日はどこに？
何かご用ですか？
あ？もしかして。
Sorry, I had my mic muted. Hello. Lots of good news today. Paul won the title, by the way. Lots of good news today. PGR catching up to CN. That's pretty huge news. Much else left to do. I think I'm kind of maxed out currently.
何かご用ですか？作戦開始。皆さん落ち着いてきっちり決めちゃいましょう。さようなら、安らかに。これはどうです？ほらほら、絡め取ります。そうね、バッチリ期待に応えてみせます。捨ててこそ浮かぶ手もあれ。ほらほら、
Just that Wuthering Waves money is making them wanna do more for PGR, which is awesome. Especially because PGR has better monetization than Motoring is marginally better than MiHoYo games in terms of how they monetize, which is one of the reasons why I don't play it that much. It also runs like garbage on my computer for like no reason. But hey, if we're gonna keep big PGR and make us catch up to other versions, I'm all for it. Definitely getting past staggered releases on these service games. Just aren't a whole lot of them now. You know, Genshin, Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone, like the biggest action gachas right now. They're all synchronized. Everybody gets everything at the same time. So it's pretty cool that they're using Wuthering Waves money to give us PGR players that. It's gonna depend on how they pace the rewards, especially for free players. That's gonna be like the biggest concern, I think. Is, you know, can you still get by with just monthly card and paid battle pass and get everything, at least one copy? It'll be interesting to see how they do that. I do think it is a good thing if done properly. I guess we'll see. I definitely think it was needed because we were definitely falling too far behind. It's not always fun to play games that are that far behind because like everything is already decided. And it's got to be hurting how much money they make too, because like for me, for instance, the next cash package I buy, I get double S3 Watanabe, and then like I'm not pulling anymore because next patch we get what's it called? Recharge rebates, you know, for how much you've cashed on the game. I get like 2 selectors from that, so I really don't need to pull anymore, and I definitely think it is hurting how much money they're making. I think there's a pretty high chance. Some people are smart enough, like, yeah, we're gonna get 2 selectors. You know, why should I spend money right now? We think that maybe they'll see some profits if it's done properly, but we're not gonna know until it releases. So I definitely want Triple S Watanabe, but I just don't have the IRL money right now. I'm not going to before he goes away. If I get this last copy, then I'm guaranteed. PGR needs more male characters. I'm gonna do my part. This game is catching up relatively quickly. It seems like within the next couple patches they'll be caught up. So, good thing for me. I don't really play any of the popular gachas right now. I play the niche ones. I play this in PGR. They're both like really friendly with how much actually getting compensated well for spending money on the game, so it works for me. More all the time. Spend minimal amount on this and actually get somewhere.
やっぱりあなたはいつも正しいみたいです。
DFO is doing that as well, trying to catch up to Korea.
各バッチリ打ち合わせ通り
No, it's a lot easier on DFO because
バッチリ期待に応え
there's
て
no gotcha for characters. Just loot boxes and packages is what they make money off of, so a lot easier there. Games like this, you have to make sure that it doesn't progress too fast, so like free-to-play or Dolphins can still get everything. So it'll be interesting to see how PGR does it, because they're like a year and a half behind. I don't know how they're gonna do that. I guess just like maybe doing the activities to give you rewards, maybe they're just gonna like increase them or something. I guess next patch, June patch, is when they start. Yeah, I can understand why they are. You don't have to, Genshin and stuff get screwed over by predatory monetization, but you don't have to wait a year apparently. Gotchas are definitely different than they were even just a few years ago. It used to be common. A year, 1-2 years behind. Now I guess that's not going to be a thing anymore. KOF All-Star actually did that too. KOF All-Star was... I don't remember how far behind this was at launch. It was at least several months. Eventually, after about a year in service on Global, they got it synchronized, so everybody got everything at the same time. So I'm going to assume PGR in this game is going to be like that. Eventually, it'll just get to the point where everybody's just going to have everything the same patch. I think it's going to be really cool, especially with the DMC collab. PGR. maybe we're all going to get that at once. We don't have to suffer and wait. Wait for Dante or whoever else is going to be in there. Probably the main three. Dante, Virgil, and Nero.
作戦成功。バッチリ計画通りでしたね。作戦開始。皆さん落ち着いてきっちり決めちゃいましょう。絡め取ります。すっごいコース到来です。そこおいでや。バッチリ期待に応えてみせます。
Segmet is support for Thoth. You need her for the team super. So yeah, if you use your selector on her, then you have a pretty good physical team already. I would recommend it. That's what a lot of people did. That's what I did coming back to the game after all the months I was gone. If you haven't used your selector already, I would recommend doing that. Yeah, think about this game that it might seem like a downside at first, but can actually be an advantage, is that you only have to play one character. Which is one of the things that sucks about a lot of gachas, is having to build a team you don't like playing one character. Yeah, I don't like playing as her at all, but this character is really fun. You need to have her in the party Team Super. And then she's just here because she's my strongest physical, because she was a B rank and she's maxed out. So she has like the best stuff on. You don't have to play as them. So in this game, you build around the character that you want to play. Likewise, if you like her, then you can have her as a teammate, and you still get all those bonuses. But the thing about this game is, just like every other game, the AI might not be very smart. It might not do as much damage if you don't have like your main damage character that you're playing as. But you do have the option. You only have to play as one. I really hated that about the game when it first came out, because I played the CN version of this when it released, but they've made the movesets a lot better, so it's not as much of a problem anymore. The movesets at the beginning were very simple and one-dimensional, and you spent a lot of time waiting for cooldowns. It got very boring. But now, characters have a lot more moves and depth to their kits, so it's not as much of a problem. It's actually kind of one of this game's biggest strengths, in my opinion, is the fact that you only have to play one character. So not everybody's super down to play as healers or support classes and stuff. You know, PGR has that problem right now. The Ice team is really underpowered because there's really only one character that does damage, and only she has time stop. Like, playing as the other characters is painful. Whereas in this game, you know, you can just play as that character, and you know, the rest are just kind of there to support you. You can do about that. This game definitely got a lot better. When it came out, I thought it was worse than PGR in pretty much every way. Except for the monetization. Monetization in this is very friendly to light spenders. Even if you don't spend any money at all, you can still get more stuff. That's like one of the main reasons to play this over the big games. The character moveset design got a lot better. Definitely much better than it was before. Didn't really feel justified to have only one playable character, but now it does. Yeah, it's pretty tight timing. Level up my guy some more. See if I can do another one. Not that many left, that's why I've done most of them. See if I can do this one.
作戦開始。皆さん、落ち着いてきっちり決めちゃいましょう。すっごい好機到来です。バッチリ期待に応えてみせます。さっさと退場してください。天の地絡め取ります。あっさり傾けられちゃいそうですね。ほらほら、そうね。ほらほら、バッチリ期待に応えてみせます。おりゃさようなら、安らかに。やっぱりあなたはいつも正しいみたいです。各にバッチリ打ち合わせ通り頼みます。バッチリ期待に応えてみせます。すっごい好機到来です。ほらほら、 せん。ほらほら、バッチリ期待に応えてみせます。ほらほら、絡め取ります。
The thing I don't like about this game is that there's like no male characters. They fully gone into only waifu cell mentality, which is a shame because the male characters in this game are really cool looking and they have nice kids too. But, yeah, if you like male characters, this is not a game I would play. They're not even doing like 1 or 2 a year like PGR. Like this year we got Hyperreal and we got Epitaph. So Lee and Watanabe. But, like, they have no male character in the horizon of this, even on the CN version. They're going all in. Going all in on the waifus. And, like it just gets kind of old. You know, they all just start to look the same to me after a while. At least most of them look like warriors. Except for the little lolly with the pillow, that character's mad lame. This character I'm playing as, design is pretty cool. Moveset is definitely pretty sick with the dodge offsets and stuff. Like Bayonetta Light. We don't have a lot of gender diversity in this game. It's like all waifus all the time. Like I wanted Watanabe to get an S rank frame. He finally did. It's really fun to play. I'm definitely gonna get him to triple S eventually. This patch. Yeah. Guess I'm gonna have to get some better elements. Close am I to the finishing the rebate? 55 pulls. How could I manage that? That gives me 10. How much longer is this patch going for? I don't know if I can get that in time. Depends on when they give me the partner stuff. If they give it to me on the first, I can. Is Jinwoo good? This character? Yeah, she's like top fire character. So recommended. Yeah, the game is very generous. It's a shame that they don't make as much money as they deserve. But the game is very generous, and it doesn't waste your time or your money. And that's definitely one of the things that's kept me around PGR. The only thing that got me off Aethergazer was just the fact that it didn't have a PC port. That's why I stopped playing Peak of Combat. Peak of Combat's got its fair share of issues, but for me personally, it was the fact that they just didn't have a PC port that's made me ignore that game. And Aethergazer was the same. I felt really bad because the game was really generous, but you know they're doing all the right things. They're doing the partner program, which is nice, and they're not expecting you know, people who only have like 500,000 subs to apply. They're actually throwing smaller creators like me a bone. You know, they have a PC port, and then they also have like so many awesome events right now. I mean, now is the best time to play that game if you're even thinking about it. They're giving away so much shit for free. It's just like, if you're even interested in playing the game at all, I mean, now is the time. They're giving so much stuff away for free. It's like, you know, if you don't spend any money, or you get tired of it, you know, you didn't spend much, right? It's not like, you know, Wuthering Waves or or a MiHoYo game where, you know, you spend a bunch and get nothing. It's very generous. So we're definitely making the right decisions. I just hope people will spend more money on the game, because it definitely deserves it. Should support good business practices and gachas. Like, hey, they're not trying to nickel and dime you and screw you over. I mean, I think that's worth money, if you ask me. It's getting tiresome is getting crap deals for how much you spend. They definitely deserve a lot more money than they're making. They deserve way more than they're making. It's sad. You know, support good business practices. That's my take on it anyway. As somebody who doesn't make what he deserves doing this. My check was... how much was it this month? It was like 40 bucks. I deserve way more than that. Despite how much I self-loathe and stuff. I know I deserve more than that. I'm thankful for the people that support me when they can, because this is barely sustainable. But same thing goes for gachas, too. Taking it away from myself. Yeah, PGR does that as well, but they also have loot box skins. But in my opinion, loot box skins don't really matter when the actual stuff that's character power and content, which is, you know, the characters and stuff, is not locked behind MTX. I'm fine with it personally. You know, they have that alpha skin that you had to gamble for. And like, you know what, whatever. Do it. The stuff that matters for, like, progressing through the game is dirt cheap compared to other games. I'm cool with it. yeah, he can pause now. I realized how stupid that was. Being unable to pause was dumb. Especially because the range of how far you can pause extended like across like half the instance. It's like some random guy on the other side of the map and I can't pause. Like, why? I don't see how that's like allowing you to abuse heals or anything. It's just annoying. This game's got a good development team. I realized they did something that didn't make sense. That's generally an annoying thing in any game when you can't pause during combat. Like, you know, what if I need to, like, answer the door or something? For me, personally, you know, I'm playing this on the Steam Deck and I have a bunch of kitties on my face trying to get on my lap and stuff. I definitely appreciate that you can just pause. It's hard to justify playing this over there with the inability to pause. Inability. Boss Rush is boring because you only get to play as one character. Yeah, I don't know why they design it like that. Arbitrary stuff. You just can't use your characters in here. Like, why? Isn't the whole point of this game the team mechanics? This game is definitely very shallow when you can't tag. Just like Orochi. Just like Orochi before it. Can't tag, this game is not very fun. But, maybe they'll backpedal on that too. They backpedaled on the pausing. The inability to pause was definitely really hurting this game. Not everybody has the ability to have undivided attention on a video game for, you know, 10 minutes at a time. It's got nothing to do with attention span, you know, playing it at work like I do, or, you know, having to take care of somebody, well, which I also have to do. Like, just let me pause the game, man. I'm not asking for much here. I'm glad that they didn't give some BS reason why you can't do it. They're just like, yeah, we'll fix that. That makes me want to support these guys. The graphics of this game aren't great, but the fact that they listen, and they listen so quickly, is pretty good. I kind of wish this just didn't have these levels. The other ones where you don't have to run around are way more fun. Better paced. It's kind of slow paced. I don't understand what it wants me to do. Like, I can't go in any of the doors. I'm getting tired of these mazes. This was just run to the right and kill stuff. Kinda just start skipping past the enemies because it's more efficient. Huh, what's this? What's this? I'm on the wrong character. The music in this game sucks too. I think it might be a playlist game. The music just kind of drones. It isn't catchy, memorable. It's just kind of there. It might be time to run a playlist playing this. Oh, a spear move. Huh. You know what? Yeah, Yeah, I'm gonna put some music on. This game's music is just droning forever. It's very not hype, I guess would be the word for it. Let me put my playlist on. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose interest in this game way faster. Especially after playing, like, River City Girls and stuff. Like, the music in this game is just complete downgrade in every way. Let's see, what do we got here? There we go. big, big flying gargoyle, whatever. His name is Peter. Gave us the most random boss names. They don't sound like monsters. Big flying monstrosity's name is just Peter. Waiting for Jim the ogre. It's gonna be next. Just Peter. Not like a Dark Souls name like Peter the Undying or something. It's like, no, it's just Peter. Hey, nice, cleared it. Peter got bodied. Peter was as uninteresting as his boss name. Get anything good out of that, or was that just fruitless victory? It's like the only good thing I got, pretty much. The rest of this is junk. Got nothing good for that at all. Something else. Turn off the music. Great, it didn't close properly. No. Sending the report to the problem to Microsoft. Yeah, that's going to do a lot. Thanks. Thanks, Microsoft. Let's see, is the Origins demo out yet? Let's go look. I'm going to be on that shit frame 1. Let's see if the demo's out. It's probably not going to be until the morning. I don't know what time, because it's going to be the 22nd. Usually 8 PST is when it's midnight over there, so I don't know when they're planning to upload it, but I don't think it's going to be this stream, unfortunately. I think it'll be... well, I'll definitely turn on the stream whenever it comes out. I'm not even going to bother trying to run it on Steam Deck. I think that's a lost cause. Even though those videos do really well for some reason. Just show a AAA game running terribly on it. And the title is like, don't play this on Steam Deck. I'm like, well, I could already tell by the system requirements. It's not worth it. like Steam Deck's your only platform. You gotta really think about the kind of games that you buy, because if you only want to play AAA stuff, it's not going to be worth the money. If you're willing to play smaller stuff like the things I've played tonight, which is, you know, a gacha game and an indie game, you know, those games run fine. Like, what's that new game? Stalker 2 came out today. There's already been a bunch of videos about it, and it like, barely runs well on really good computers. I'm like, why would you even try to put it on a portable PC? like, what purpose is there? People click on those videos, so I guess that's the purpose. The algorithm likes it, even though you don't really have to watch the video to know. Like, yeah, I probably shouldn't try to run this AAA masterpiece that requires 16 gigs of VRAM on a Steam Deck. Should be obvious. Dynasty Warriors Origins, I would be shocked if that game gets 30 FPS. We have to see if the port is even optimized well for an actual PC like mine, which should be able to run the game no problem. It's supposed to have 120 FPS frame rate cap, which is the first Musou game to have that, by the way. None of the other Musou games have a cap above 60 without mods. So, I'm just curious if any currently available like setup can even reach that, and that's what we're going to test. Like, can you even reach it? The answer is probably no. The answer is probably no. I had to knock it down to like 1080p low or something, most likely. I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
So, there I was. If I wasn't starting the fight, maybe it's something in the air. I guess I needed the rush. I was driven, got myself a bit of a rep. This notorious bully, I found out way too easily. We'll pick it up there when you progress further. You made it even further. That.
You're talking about I made it further. I beat the game. The heck you talking about? I beat the game. beating the game's not good enough for her. Not good enough. What more do you want from me? I already beat the game. What do you want? What's your problem?
I must admit, Secret, Valhalla isn't exactly what I imagined.
You got really
You're
far that
experiencing
time. What?
only a very one that's independent elsewhere. There are socializing, playing, but one must earn. The new arrivals run a gauntlet. It's meant to help the dead, those who are worthy, those who are unable to resolve some.
You found the pendant of a necklace. Fancy.
I will tell you the pendant story soon.
Welcome back, my friends. Any questions as you go?
I've one. We were told only those who had died could enter Valhalla. But I don't ever recall hearing when you died.
A bit of a technicality, to be honest. It involved a workaround to regain the arm bit off. Really only glancingly involved the underworld, but Valhalla seems to count it, I suppose.
On your right! Bifrost! There's the one Valhalla's marked! Be wary of that tail! And Valhalla keeps the score. Ready to move to the next space, brother? Should be clear.
Great save!
The pendant you found, brother. Do you recognize it? Does it have some significance?
Yes. It belonged to my wife.
It was Faye's.
No. My first wife, Lysandra.
Ah, I see. You know, brother, you've told me a great deal about your daughter, Calliope. Her mother is a bit of a mystery.
My thoughts on her are complicated. But she was a good woman, and I loved her more than she knew. She saw in me possibilities I could not at the time. In that way, she and Faye were much alike.
Behind you, watch out!
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Pissed off at nothing. This mode is awesome. I don't know if I'll ever bother with the main game, but I'm satisfied with the $50 I paid for this game, just for this mode. Like, more games that already have good combat just need modes like this. The perfect way to give the game more replay value.
It's been not nearly long enough.
Doesn't take that
Why
much
do you
effort.
still
This one has way more
Oh,
effort put into it
Did
than
you
any
think
of the other
resolving your
ones.
little issue would make me suddenly disappear from your mind? Oh no, Kratos. I'll always be here. You want me here. Because I'll never let you forget what you did. And sometimes an ugly memory is the only thing keeping history from repeating itself. Know what I mean? right side. The intended target has fallen. Way to go, killer. Incoming left side! Break the tether, quickly! Incoming back here! Watch your left! Who are these lowlifes? Why are you using that weapon? Are you confused? Well, there's one ordeal done with. Out for those horns! Oh, not the song attack! Only getting harder as you delay, Kratos.
You know, I will say this. I'm not really educated on God of War, because the last one I played before this to completion was PSP games, but it's not Souls Combat. It is not Souls Combat. Anybody who said that doesn't know what they're talking about.
There's Valhalla's target. Get to it!
It's not as over the top as the old games, but it's not Souls Combat. I don't know who said that. Some show that some people just shouldn't talk. You don't know what you're talking about, man. It's not Souls Combat. FromSoft protagonists aren't doing weapon switch combos and dodge offsets, right?
From behind, incoming!
It's definitely not what it used to be, but it is not Souls Combat. They were saying that about East 10 too. I remember the articles for that game were like, oh, it's more slow-paced than Souls combat. Like, what? Have you seen that game? Far from it.
Above you, halfwit!
Really puts into perspective how, as a kid, we put a lot of weight into journalist opinions, and now we know that they didn't know what they were talking about. Everything is a Souls game now, even when it's not. You know, there's other kinds of action games, right? Not the only kind of action game.
Incoming, back here!
Just because it has some difficulty.
Disrupt it, you halfwit! Losing vigor, are you? Now that's the Kratos that brought down Atlas. There it is. They're all dead. Good for you, Kratos. Good killing.
My main problem with this combat is just the field of view. The fact that the lock-on is like basically useless. It feels like a lot of the challenge of crowd control in this game is not like knowing what move to use at the right time. It's mostly just fighting the camera. The field of view is way too close. That's probably my biggest criticism of this combat. Other than that, it feels quite good, and it's way better than I ever gave it credit for. It's pretty solid. It's just the camera needs to be way far back. Field of view shouldn't be like the main thing that's difficult about the combat, but it kind of is in this game. I'm not gonna lie. It's like the main thing that's hard about it is just, you know, they have the NPCs tell you when something's to the side, but I don't really think of that as a fix.
And stay dead!
Also, just having this mode at all is really cool, because this was free, from what I understand. This was a free post-launch update. I think it was announced at the Game Awards. Like, the fact that this is free is nuts, and it's, like, way more in-depth than the average, you know, roguelike mode that gets added. They have like new stuff, there's new enemies. There's even story beats, you know, if you want more story. It kind of gives you a little bit of a hint of
Behind you, dummy!
you know, what the next game's gonna be like. I mean, they could have charged like 20 bucks for this. The fact that it's free is just insane. I can't believe it. I mean, for me, it wasn't free because I bought it just for
Strike
this.
with your shield, damn it!
I had to pay for it, but people that bought the game in the original version, hey, you got this shit
Watch
for
your
free.
left.
Awesome.
And things just got hard. Did you forget that haste is a factor here?
What exactly happens at the end? Does he just become God of War or what? Like I didn't really understand the end. He just sits in the chair again, but like, does that actually mean something? Keep in mind I didn't play the previous game either. I couldn't get far into it. There were too many forced walking sections. I was getting chrono triggered. I had to stop.
Good to see you again, Kratos.
Be ready! Stretching it into the light bar! Now darkness come! Your curve! Here, fella! Some light!
Ah!
brother, find the light!
I may have overreached with that one. Arms up!
Trying to watch out!
Defend yourself! Come on!
How is that chick still alive? Shouldn't be dead. How are you still alive? Die.
Come on! Be ready! Don't get distracted. Fight! Arms up! Only you
What
can
killed
defeat
me?
you, Kratos.
How did that hit me? Like, what the hell was the hitbox? They should have been invincible. That boss is not fun. Spamming ads nonstop. That's what I don't like about that boss. Can you do something besides spam ads constantly? That was a good run, too.
Let's make a point to
keeps
barter for any
turning off
permanent
the lights
upgrades.
and
Seems if all
spamming
this strange
ads.
currency is good for.
Like, can you do literally anything else? It's like, it's not
I'd like
fun to
tell you a
fight.
story that I think will help you along your path.
Suppose that was beneficial enough to do another.
Unfun boss fight. The last form he had was less
Early
bad.
in my life, my father trained to him, but visiting the city, I'd seen it work. I tried to tell him the dangerous show. Being a good daughter, that's a good place to
Just
start
gonna
for
turn
me.
off the light so you can't
When
see
you're further along on your journey.
in a game that already
I'll
has
share
a
the
crap
next part of the
camera,
story.
and then also
I see you made it count in
summon
there.
ads that you can't see.
Shield Maiden.
Your rewards. Seems like
That's
every
alright.
obstacle is just a stepping stone. to
No
you.
shame in making things a wee bit easier if
Ready
you
for
can.
more story?
Still got a bunch of stuff for that, not too bad. I don't know, my take on it is, it's been too long for them to try to humanize them, and I get the message, because I definitely struggle with mistakes I've made too, but, you know, most people haven't done the things that this character has. There are statistically very few people that have done as many bad things as he has, and I just don't feel like they're doing it. Maybe they're doing it in the right way, but they're doing it too late, and that's my problem with it personally. like I get the message, you know, to accept that you're not perfect, and we all do things that don't make sense, and maybe hurt the people we care about, but like, not to this guy's extent. Not to his extent. Like, he has consistently done terrible things. You know, even after he beat Ares, he's still being a jerk to everybody. I just don't really understand why they're doing this now. Like, why now? But it's also like the creator doesn't have anything to do with this anymore, so that's part of it for sure. I'm just like, personally, there's a limit to like how much you can be redeemed. It really depends on what you did. You know, the average person hasn't done anything anywhere near as bad as Kratos has. So the message kind of falls flat. I can definitely relate to it because I am very hard on myself personally, but like I obviously haven't done anything that Kratos has done. Most people haven't. But I don't really agree with doing it so late. Like, I just don't really feel like he's in a position where he can actually redeem. But it's whatever. I'm not really playing this for the story, obviously. That's the problem, is that it's irreversible. It's different from what the average person does, where they might do something bad to somebody they care about because they're lashing out because of, you know, some other stress in their life or something, or maybe they drink too much, or something like that, but like, no one's really done what Kratos has done. A little bit too much. Too much for me to accept that he can just kind of come back from it. I've never really cared as much as a character.
I am listening.
So, he comes to the inn, sets the whole... The coward thought I was inside in bed. I saw the flames shoot up. Well, I charged into the fire, and if I was too angry, well, I charged. Honestly, I had no business, as it turned out. But we'll get to that next time.
The path is treacherous, but it will lead to...
Alright, I'm gonna do one more, and then I'll play something else.
Tyr's versatility is an advantage, but don't discount your own.
I wouldn't call that versatile. He has one trick, which is just to spam ads and turn the lights off. And you fight with the camera. You fight with the camera and the ads. I don't know, really find that to be a fun challenge personally. But hey, what do I know? It's definitely one of those games where you fight the camera more than the enemies. I don't know why it's gotta be like this far back. Yes, it's cinematic. I don't know why cinematic part needs to actively impact the gameplay, though. That's my take on it. Because that's kind of what this game does. I don't need to be this close to his back. It's not really
Lysandra's pendant.
making me more immersed. It's making me have to fight the camera. That's definitely one thing that's objectively better in the games.
Behind you! Watch out!
I don't feel like the NPCs telling you where they are is really a good solution either. It's like, you know, you could just increase the field of view. Actually, I think there's a mod for it. Let me go look for that really quick. I'm not playing this for the algorithms, just because I'm enjoying the roguelike mode. I think there's a mod for it. I might just run with that, actually. Let me see if I can find it. Camera tweaks. It's mostly just a bunch of save files. Like, yeah, I don't blame people for not wanting to watch those cutscenes again. Alright. Hey, let's try this. Let's try this really quick. This actually looks a lot better. I don't know how much it affects from the back, though. Huh. Yes, but the cinematic thing, like, prevents me from playing the game right. I don't really understand it. That's just common in a lot of action games, though. The camera is your worst enemy.
To save us.
Camera is more threatening than the end-game boss or whatever post-game challenge. Fighting with the camera more.
Behind you! Watch out!
There's the one Valhalla's marked.
On your left!
Use a shield strike, brother. That's the one you needed.
I'm honestly surprised they don't just copy how it works in DMC games, where if they're off-screen, they cannot attack you unless they've already started an attack. Like, it won't remove that hitbox, but they cannot initiate an attack while they're off camera.
Good. The route to the higher area ought to be open
DMC also
now.
has a lot more enemies on screen than this, so I can see why they would not
We
want
could
to do
use
that.
some
But
limited time assistance, couldn't we?
it would basically solve the problem. Like, just doing that right there would help a lot. But what do I know? I only play these games, action games, pretty much every day. Apparently I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a game designer, but That would be more of a justification for the camera being the big part of the challenge. I really think the camera should ever be the challenge. The enemy should be the challenge.
What good's a shield if you're not going to use it?
Your first wife, Lysandra, you said she saw possibilities in you that you didn't.
She suggested I did not have to be who I had chosen to be. That the carnage and suffering I inflicted on those my army conquered was a choice. That there was another way. I refused to see it then, thinking it was my duty to annihilate all that stood in the way of the Spartan Empire. I believed leaving foes alive simply invited potential uprisings later, that enemies could never be turned to friends. I was wrong.
Sorry, but now's probably not the time to get any deeper into that.
I mean, the first God of War had a fighting game player as the combat player. The game even had Kara canceling. Like, it was definitely intended to be better than the average American action game, which is always way worse than Japanese games. Always has been. But this game definitely does get a bad rap. I think the main problem is just you can't jump. You should be able to jump. Having aerial moves and stuff would definitely help, but also the camera being the way it is probably prevents that more than I'd like to admit, but I don't know, optimal gameplay in the old God of War games was just like spamming the same move over and over most of the time. Here you actually have to use more of your kit.
Again!
I definitely think this is better for that. It's mostly just the camera being unable to jump, for one. It's pretty dumb. It's kind of like they said they wanted to do Screw Attack in Metroid Prime, and it took them until the second game to do it because they couldn't figure out a way to do it without making the religion sick. It was the same thing with Speed Booster. Metroid Prime was supposed to have Speed Booster, but because they committed to having it be first person, they couldn't do that.
Oh, not the song attack! Is it healing itself? Caesar flight! Held another of Valhalla's targets. Nifty.
solution for a screw attack was basically just to push it way back. Push the camera way back. And it had very limited usefulness compared to the 2D games. Like something you used all the time.
It's in the ground! Watch from underneath! You're such a mindless brute! You blind behind you!
The Dark World, yeah. Prime had such beautiful environments, and they just kind of decided, hey, let's just get rid of all those. Let's get rid of the environments, and everything is just black and white. Yeah, I don't think that was a good decision in retrospect.
Charging at us!
Prime's still a great game, though. Prime 2.
Why are you using that weapon? Are you confused? Behind you! Incoming fire! Untether yourself, man!
Best Prime game is the first one. First one is the best by far. The others are all worse in various ways. They're still, like, worth playing, but they are objectively worse.
I believe I've spotted your force! Behind you, idiot! Only getting harder as you delay, Kratos. Incoming right side!
That's what I can't stand about this game. Why do they have this guy that heals them? I can't see where they are.
Incoming back here!
The camera hides them. It's not challenging, it's just annoying. Almost dead, too. This enemy is trash. enemy that heals them. The challenge is that I can't see where they are because the camera is so close. Could have been dead ages ago. Just die. How much health do you have? Come on.
Behind you, dummy!
Infinite health cheat or what? What an obnoxious enemy. Sorry, it's not challenging, but I can't find where the enemy is. Because I need to see his back at all times. Instead of what I'm actually
this
fighting.
round, Kratos.
It's not challenging. I'm sorry. The main challenge of that is not the enemy, it's the camera. That should not be the main thing I fight with. Camera boss. Unbeatable camera boss. Healing it over there, like, well, then where is it? Can you please give me a pointer? Feels like that would be minimum acceptable thing to do.
How about you, halfwit? Right flank! Disrupted, you halfwit!
Die! How much health do you have, dude? Die!
I think this made Valhalla's bloody.
What the hell, man?
On your right! Don't let him blubber! You seem depleted somehow.
By the way, I tried this on Steam Deck, and it runs way worse than advertised. I didn't stream last night, actually. I said I was going to stream last night. That was the main reason I didn't. I was trying to set this up. I watched a bunch of videos on it. It wasn't running anywhere near as well as advertised.
Line behind you.
There's some setting, or maybe the Steam Deck update screwed it up, because that did happen with some games.
Oh,
I know
not
certain
the song
games are
attack.
getting worse after the update.
Things just got. Did you believe there's a fact?
Battery life's probably like an hour anyway. It's probably like 80-minute battery life. Like pathetic amount of battery life, I'm sure. Combo. I'll try to fight with it a little bit more, but I think it's probably just a lost cause. Fight up here. Oh, there is. Oh, I'm not gonna take that. What are you? Difficulty 3. Try to go for completion. Good run so far, though. See if I can manage to not shit the bed. I didn't see this here.
Please take your sweet, sweet time.
What's up, man? I found out I need the Kaito files to use the roguelike mode mod in Lost Judgment. I don't have any money right now, so not gonna happen today. But it'll probably go on sale soon. Kaito Files kind of felt like not great DLC. It seemed like it added a whole lot. Especially because his moveset's just recycled from Yakuza 0. It's like, less inclined to buy it. $30 for that's a little bit steep. But I guess if you get a roguelike mode out of it, it's more worth it. Oh, I can't have any more.
Good to see you again, Kratos.
Be ready. Look like over there, brother.
Good, darkness come. Your curve.
Not this mode again. Do your other one, please.
Well struck, Kratos. Arms up. Darkness come. Your curve.
You better get into the light, brother.
Deftly done, Kratos.
Thank you.
Defend yourself. Darkness come. Your curve.
There, brother. Some light.
Here we go again. We're spamming ads. Great boss fight. Howard. This boss fight sucks.
Come on.
Can't you just fight normally? The thing that makes this hard is the camera and spamming ads. The only thing that makes it difficult. It's not fun. It's just a chore. How does he get to turn the lights up and summon ads? It's fun until he starts doing this. Then it's just gimmick fest. I can't see anything. Just fight normally. I like disable this boss. Whenever he doesn't do this. It's just like not fun. What are you supposed to do? I can't see anything.
Come on.
Shut up. This game talk too damn much. Shut up. regular boss, just one-on-one. Stupid shit like this is not fun. How are you still alive? You've been hit like 50 billion times.
Come on!
Just die. It keeps giving me this version of the boss that just keeps running away and spamming ads. Let me actually use the combat system. And run away some more, why don't you? Great boss.
Now you're fighting to win.
Boom hooks it!
Nice. You can't dodge that far. He's too old.
Don't get distracted.
Get the heal, you slowpoke!
Come back soon, my friend.
What is the point of that boss? Is everything wrong with the game? You can't see anything!
Don't beat yourself up over that. Tyr's no slouch, and he's not holding back. Next time.
Yeah, he's not holding back by making me fight the fucking camera.
I'll tell you more of my story now.
Fight the camera and the ads instead of the boss.
And the wheel of progress
Great design.
comes.
Fuck this shit. I'm done with this for tonight. It's fine until that boss. The boss is just no
Passion,
fun.
Practice, perseverance. That is the goal.
Maybe make your camera not garbage if you're gonna make a boss like that. That boss would be fine in like literally any other game. What's the purpose of having the camera that close? And then designing bosses where you fight the camera more than them. The lock-on doesn't do anything. The lock-on is useless. The lock-on locks on for like a second, and then they just move away from the camera. It's actively the worst thing about that game. It's like they really want you to be fighting the camera more than the enemies. It makes no sense to me. I don't need to see every detail on his back. Can you let me see what I'm fighting? Like, I'm not asking for much here. Why do I have to fight the camera so much? It's like completely nonsensical. Makes zero sense. Yeah, I'm gonna try to install a camera mod right now because I do like that game, but the camera just makes it not fun to play. And it feels like the enemy designers are jerks and they design the difficulty around the fact that you can't see anything. Like, I don't know, man. If I get filtered by a boss because it's legit challenging, I might get frustrated, but I will want to, like, fight it again. When I get filtered by the camera, it makes me just not want to play anymore at all. And that's kind of where I'm at with that game currently. Oh well, I've gotten how many hours out of it? 9 hours. Out of just a roguelike mode. It's not that bad. But it's still stupid to have that be like the main thing that makes it challenging. Like, I don't know, fighting the camera has been a problem in so many action games, but it's like by far the worst in that game. Like, it's insane how much of a problem it is just not being able to see anything. Yeah, I'm gonna try that mod right now and see if it helps. There's lots of other things wrong with the game too, like the fact that there's just so many cutscenes is also a problem. The cutscene to gameplay ratio is pretty low. It's pretty unbalanced. That's why I like that they have that mode, so I don't have to deal with all that crap. Alright, let's see if this helps. It wouldn't be as much of a problem if, like, their idea of solving the problem is to just have the NPCs shout at you. The enemy's over there. I'm like, why don't you just let me have a normal lock-on and better camera? Yeah, I need to see his armpit hairs instead of what I'm fighting. Great. I'm immersed. Let's see if this helps. Otherwise, I might be done with playing this game, because I'm getting too frustrated with the camera. The camera's really getting on my nerves. Oh, that does help quite a bit. That's actually a pretty big improvement. Yeah. It's not so zoomed in like this all the time. That's actually a lot better. Why isn't it just like this by default?
I'll tell you more of my story now.
No, I'm not going to hear more of your story. I want to see if this
I'm honored
affects
to bear witness to your
gameplay.
journey here, Kratos.
If Valhalla is offering some
Less
help,
camera
I'd
bosses,
take it.
please. Yeah, exactly. The camera is the biggest problem. You can't see anything. It's weird to have a boss that just turns the lights off too. Like, you're just kind of being self-aware at that
Geoff's
point.
versatility is an advantage, but don't discount your own.
Just being self-aware at that point. It's already a game where not being able to see things is the biggest problem. Yeah, the accessibility options in this are otherwise very good. The fact that you can turn off the QTEs and stuff is really nice. They have the classic controls as well. Accessibility in this game is really good, but then you're still fighting things that aren't the enemies. This definitely feels a lot better. Yeah, like I can see all the way over to the right now instead of it being like this all the time.
Lysandra's pendant again. I suspect your story isn't complete.
Yes.
I know. Later. Behind you! Look out!
I want to see, like, how far away can I see him? I'm genuinely curious. Oh, he died. Never mind. Can't see anymore. I think the camera is partially because they're using the camera to unload things from memory. Sengoku Basara series does this. Like in that game, if I remember correctly, nothing that's behind your character is rendered. It's not even loaded. So I definitely think that's partially why. And I could see that being a legitimate reason to have it be this bad, because this game came out on PS4. It was a last-gen game. But personally, in my opinion, if you have to design the game around decade-old hardware, and it actually impacts the gameplay in ways that aren't just frame rate, then you should put it on that platform.
Did Valhalla return you to your forest last time?
But that
Aye,
probably
brother.
is why...
And this time I wasn't alone.
Were you attacked?
No, far from it.
That probably
Apparently
is
my
why...
Valhalla isn't the stuff of constant combat at all. The memories of mine it draws on are more
You can use
interpersonal. To wit,
crap
I
cameras
found myself
to make
reliving
it
old
easier
times
to,
with my former crew of fairy
you know,
folk.
keep the frame rate up
Cobblers,
and
mustard
stuff.
seed, the whole pack
I
in there
definitely
do
think
well.
that's what they're doing.
Such warm greetings for their old ringleader.
I definitely
Nary a
think this
day
is the
passed.
breaking point,
Sounds
in my opinion.
pleasant.
Rather was, to be honest.
You know, if it runs a
I
little
remain
worse or it looks a little
suspicious,
worse,
but if this process is doing
it
something
doesn't
for
like
you,
impact the game,
I remain
then that's
open to
fine.
seeing what it has in mind for me. We're bifrosted, brother! Stay alert! Still got it. A little edge for this attempt, perhaps. This choice may hurt a little.
I mean, there's a difference there, which is you have guns in that game. You can get away with this kind of camera more when it's guns. When it's melee combat, it's such a problem. But yeah, I don't think that was the right inspiration to take, if you're gonna ask me.
Behind you, watch out! Watch your left! Behind you, brother! Left side! Watch your right!
long ago. Was it for this same decision?
Not exactly. I was already God of War when I began the process. I was having a crisis of sorts, doubting my abilities.
I mean, the main problem with these games is
doubting
that
I could live up
there's
to
too
the way
much
some
talking.
saw me. I was thinking of walking away. But then I learned of this place. I knew I owed it to myself
There's
and
too much
to the
talking.
9 realms to take the challenge.
Pacing is dreadful
look
when they don't
within.
let you skip cutscenes.
Find my truth.
Lucky
That's
thing.
the bigger problem.
Without you keeping Odin in check
I've been
as long as
enjoying
you
the
did,
combat
I
after
can
giving
only
it an
imagine how
honest
much
chance,
worse things
but-
might have turned out.
The pacing in these games is abysmal, and they're too egotistical to realize that, like, maybe people have reasons to skip the cutscenes besides just, you know, not wanting to watch them. I personally know somebody, another streamer, who didn't want to buy this until a save was available because he didn't want to watch the cutscenes again. Like, don't you think that's kind of a problem? You know, somebody who already bought the game, but, you know, they buy it on PC for the better experience, and you have to watch all that again. It's like, just let me skip the cutscene.
Behind you, brother!
Doing me a disservice by not letting me skip it. Especially when the game costs $60. Come on, man. Get over yourself a little bit. It's been a great award-winning story, but what about, you know, people that have already watched it? They watched the stream for credits. They bought it on other platforms. Just let me skip it.
Here's the one Valhalla singled out for you.
This reeks of ego speed. Should be able to skip cutscenes for any reason in any game. Just give me a... You need to watch our part. Yes.
Left leg!
No, I don't need to. Providing me with a product that will be able to use it the way I want. Especially when it's the price of them going up. We're at $70 games now. Sometimes you don't even get the full game for $70. This game you do when it's defense. Game with this.
Got him. Count it, Valhalla.
Was that when he plays the kid? Yeah, this game has too much padding. There's way too much padding. They've tried to find a solution for, like, games like this with set pieces always being too short. But their solution is pretty much just to drive you nuts with unskippable cutscenes.
Path should be unlocked now, shall we?
Gonna carve a trunk.
Hiya, I felt that. He's about to get nastier. Getting close to that aura will do you no favours.
How long is it?
Lysandra was clearly important to you. Why did you say your feelings for her were complicated?
Because she was a good wife, and I was not a good husband. I refused to listen, to heed her advice. I commanded armies, had responsibilities to them I thought greater than those to her. But that was hubris and ambition. The truth is, it never even crossed my mind to consider her advice or needs. So, when I think of her, I can only see my failures. She deserved better from me. And that was long before my ode to Ares led to...
All that was to follow. I understand, brother.
Alright, if I get that boss again, I'm just gonna hold this for. I really watch out! I already been feeling great today anyway. If I get the camera boss again, I'm just gonna play something else. It's almost time for PGR reset anyway. PGR resets in like 30 minutes. This is helping though. It's definitely reducing my frustration. Yeah, I'm not feeling too great today anyway, so... I don't want to get myself more frustrated than I need to be. Especially when it's something I literally can't change, which is this game's design choices. Making you have intense fights with the camera. Got some other games to start playing. Field of view mod definitely helps. I'm probably going to turn it back, like, even more. I'm definitely feeling less frustrated.
incoming crossfire! Chapter 1. It must please you to please Valhalla. Untether yourself, man! Line behind you! Ruthless as ever, Kratos. Sniper on your left! Why are you using that weapon? Are you confused?
I hate the time extension. I wanted to die, man. Get to the next one. This camera mod is definitely helping. I could probably get tweak it a little bit more.
Hey, Rocket! Focus on the important one! Great job not hurrying. You do like your fights tougher after all. Right side, you bastard! Incoming dive! On your right! Of you incoming! That's all the killing you need to proceed. Any further murder is purely at your discretion.
Alright, even if I get the camera boss again, I'll still get some progress. I'll try to not get too tilted. I can't make any promises. Camera in this game is my worst enemy. Try to keep it again. It's the last run anyway. This one goes to the astronaut. Feeling
Break the tether, quickly!
getting it's hard with my mental illness, but try. Can't always control how frustrated I get. Getting better at it,
Behind you, watch out! Charging at us! Find behind you! Oh, not the song attack! You find behind you!
The guy healing him the whole time? That's such an annoying gimmick. Getting tilted again. Stupid healing crap that they do.
From behind,
How
incoming!
are they able to do that? He's dead like 3 times. I can't
Only getting harder as you delay, Kratos.
No, we're not surviving this time. Out of here. Camera boss. Camera boss won that fight. Got filtered by the camera boss. That guy was healing in the corner the whole time. Somehow there's no voice line for that. You have to allow for everything else, but not that. That's alright. Still got all the revives. Don't want to really take any more. Camera boss, too strong. They make those guys smaller too. It's just like they hate the people that play this. The little healer guy is so small.
What a thrill.
Can you make it like something more easily visible? Would help tremendously.
Well done,
camera.
Kratos.
God of bad camera. Come on. Same form again. Yeah, I'm gonna get really tilted.
Arms up! Get to the light! There it is! That's it! Darkness come! Your curve!
Keeps giving me the same
find the light!
over and
Avengers incoming! Darkness come! Your curve! You better get into the light, brother! Behind you! Behind you! Look out!
It's terrifying when you do that. Truly.
Run away and call your friends.
Be ready.
Call your friends.
Come on. Good. I'd expect nothing less. Come on.
Damn! Revenge. Sweet revenge. That was good use of my build there. Get out of here, camera
got me
boss.
beat, Kratos.
You got filtered. You lost the set, buddy.
You've shown me
Nice.
what true strength is.
Yeah, it was smart to save the witch time until the end because I just like
Farewell
skipped, like,
for now.
all his phases at the end there. GG's. And the camera mod definitely helped too. Yeah, the field of view mod actually really helped a lot because there were instances in that run where I could actually see the enemies. So yeah, that was
Air.
combination of the camera
Excellent.
mod and making good
Do you
decisions.
feel adaptability sharpening your skills, amplifying your power? I'll tell you more of my story now, if you care to hear it.
I am listening.
If you remember, I offered to fetch the mage healer. He insisted he was gone before this. In time, I grew to... It was a blind rejection of it because I blamed his... The truth is, that's a good place to start for now.
You've made progress.
Didn't make progress. I installed a mod.
You're truly an inspiration, General.
I installed a mod to fix
Ready
the
for a little
terrible
more
camera
fun?
and make that
Encouraging
boss
to know Valhalla wants to help.
way less frustrating. Defeated the camera boss. Yeah, he got bodied that time. I saved all my witch time until the end and I just bursted him down. I like that they let you do that, because some games don't let you do that. They'll go into their phase, even if they're in hit stun, but this game is actually pretty nice that doesn't do that. So, I made sure I kept my witch time relic. Took him out of the equation really quick. I might get frustrated, but I do try to adapt, although I'm not going to give myself credit this time because I installed a mod to fix the camera, but I guess it can be argued I shouldn't have to install a mod for the game to have a functional camera. Shouldn't have to do that, but
Durable improvement.
it did prevent me from uninstalling the game, so... problem is, with my mental illness, I have a problem of, like, I get too frustrated, and I get frustrated easily, but the thing that makes it worse is that I have a hard time stopping. I have a hard time stopping, and it's not just with games, it's stuff outside of gaming, too. If I'm, like, frustrated with the computer or something else,
Well
I have a really
fought.
hard time stopping.
You made much better
So
progress.
I'm glad that I Alt F4'd out of the game the first time. I'm actually really glad that I did. It's very hard for me to do that. It's hard for me to just stop. It's extremely difficult. I have a very hard time with it. It might not mean much to most people, but for me, it's really hard to just, like, you know, I'm getting frustrated, but I can't stop. A normal person can just stop. Like, you know, fuck this, I'm just gonna play it later, or, you know, this errand can wait until tomorrow. Like, my mind just makes it so I have to do it now. And there's positive and negative traits to it. You know, once I start doing something, I generally won't stop. Unless I get, like, really frustrated or tired. But, yeah. That's enough of that for tonight. I don't feel like doing another one. Well, yeah, I'm sure people have noticed I've been getting better at stopping when I get chrono triggered like that. I'm really proud of my progress. It might not be inherently noticeable, but I definitely am, like, able to stop more, and I didn't have that ability just even a few years ago. I have to say one thing about that roguelike mode. I already said this, but the fact that you can burst the bosses down is really cool, because I don't like when they give you phases and stuff, because often I feel like it punishes you for building your character right when they just, like, turn invincible and they go into a big attack. That's more... It works better in, like, a regular action game, but, like, in a roguelike, I really dislike when they do that. So it's pretty cool that, like, yeah, I skipped a big chunk of that fight just by doing the right things, and I built my character the right way. None of this. You do, like, this massive hit, and then they just kind of ignore most of the damage. You just ignore most of it. Like, none of that. That really bothers me when games do that. Yeah, I got a review key for this, so I'm gonna add this to the lineup. He was nice enough to just give this to me. So I'm gonna promote the game a little bit. I've been enjoying it so far, but I'm only like an hour into it. I don't normally like to take on too many games at once, but I really don't have much of a backlog right now. I kind of burned through a bunch of my games already. Running out of melee combat games to play. Starting to run low. Sorry, you're not getting the story here. You're on the wrong channel if you want to watch the story. No story. Push start, skip, repeat. Maybe if it was a franchise I cared about, but I don't really care about Fate. Never cared for it. Only Fate I know is Saber being in some games. I played Fate Extella Link. That's about as far as I went. I need a break from the Ragnarok tilt. Even though I just got a really good run, really good win. Workshop, what's that? Just give me OP stuff for the season pass. Sure, why not? I'll be right back. Says a lot that the most popular Fate game is a literal Flash game. Have you seen Fate Grand Order? The game looks like a cheap Flash game. Looks really bad.
優位小説の噂を。
あれは。
Fate Grand Order. Looks like a Newgrounds Flash game. I don't know what the Fate fans' consensus was on this game. I'm like, at least you got a real game. Fate Grand Order is like barely a real game.
お、よりな。
待て。
うわ。
I'd say the same for Grand Blue. Grand Blue's the same thing. Barely a video game.
Что
こちらには来ていないか。ならば南だ。
さっきそうの。あれは。見ろ、より。より。待て、そっちじゃ。
待て。
はは。み。
死の型決める。油断したな。 水の型でいく。こっちだ。
分かった。放つ。
力を借りる。
出番だな。私に続け。より。
死の型。出番だ。
任せろ。見切れまい。
水の型でいく。死の型。決める。また一つ強くなれたか。は
Guys immersed in this story. I'm very immersed. It's better than God of War. Very immersed. Totally not just pushing start and skipping as soon as I see a fade to black. Gameplay seems pretty decent so far, but I couldn't really find any information on how in-depth the upgrades get. Hey, I got a review key for this, so I'll definitely play it. So I'm going to be on a short vacation the beginning of next month, and then when I come back is Game Awards, and then Rita's Rewind comes out. That's like all I really have planned for next month, unless the Burrito Pope announces a good shadow drop. But I don't know. I really don't know what kind of shadow drop they could even announce, and I would be the kind of game I want to play. I'd love to be proven wrong, but this month and next month, I'm not really buying a lot of new games. Definitely be spending on PGR just getting 2 S rank patches in a row. Got this patch and then Chew is next patch. That's probably where the gaming money's gonna go towards. Same thing that's going on next month. Rita's Rewind, I don't expect have to definitely buy it. Probably play it once or twice. Maybe it's got more depth to it, but they've shown, but I don't expect it to be a Streets 4 tier beat 'em up where there's enough depth to keep you coming back. So it's nice to have a little bit of a backlog right now. We got this to play now. Probably won't take too long to get through this since I'll just be skipping the cutscenes and looking at a guide if I get stuck. Find the side stuff.
Oh.
じゃあまた。
ああ、今日はよく働いたな。よく働いたら腹が減ったな。さあやるぞ、より手間取るなよ。
これはどうだ。 地の型鋭き水の流れのごとくセイバー
待っていろ。行くぞ。
もらった
避けるなよ。
揺るがぬ地のごとく受けてみろ来い
出番だな。私に続け。より
鋭き水の流れのごとく以前の怪異とはまるで違う。どうした来い揺るがぬ地のごとくこれはどうだ
そこだ。まずいな。より奴は大技を放つぞ。無駄だ。見せてやる。
押し切る来い
出番だな。私に続け。よりよっ
セイバー鋭き水の流れのごとくセイバ
よっせっ
ーどうした来い
待っていろ。
もん
これでさあよ
これ
わしをいたね
魔力
ひとまず
有限
Let's do PGR. Let's do PGR. Reset 10 minutes ago. Try to keep my fatigue on a good schedule. PGR today is just Warzone. Warzone and Event Dungeon, and then we'll switch back.
則正しい生活だと人は錆びちまうぜ。
Well, see, the thing about this game is skins are like more premium than the characters. Skins can cost upwards of like $30-$40 in this game, so I definitely understand why they make them look like that.
安心して僕に任せれば大丈夫です。
This game is so generous.
あなたたちは僕が守りま
So
す。
generous that skins are like more premium than new characters. I don't know
シ
how
ミュ
much
レー
that
ション
skin
完了。
costs. It's gotta be at least
指揮官、
$30.
我々が勝者です。
It's like more than most people probably spend on this.
もう逃げ場はあなたたちの時間は僕が
私に任せてください。
あなたの生存確率はゼロです。時の果てで滅びよ。
おごりない成果だ。問題ない。
シミュレーション完了。指揮官、我々が勝者です。もう逃げ場はありませんよ。あなたたちの時間は僕が捨てた。集中攻撃。あなたの生存確率はゼロです。時の果てで滅びよ。
おごりない成果だ。もう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。おごりない成果だ。道を切り開く。準備はすでに整っている。もう死は恐れない。命がけ道を切り開く。
あなたたちの時間は僕が制する。
私に任せてください。
時の果てで滅びよ。
このもう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。道を切り開く。もう死は恐れない。命がけで行くぞ。準備はすでに整って。生き抜いてやる。道を切り開く。
シミュレーション完了。僕の視界あなたたちの時間は僕が制する。
集中攻撃。
あなたの
私に任せてください。
時の果てで滅びよ。僕の視界からは逃れられません。
戦場にも勝利をもう死は恐れない。生き抜いてやる。
私に任せてください。
道を切り開く。
シミュレーション完了。あなたたちの時間は僕が制する。
私に任せてください。 罪悪はすべて私と共に刻印に返します。
もう死は恐れない。恐れはしない。行くぞ。立ち止まるのはらしくない。
Oh damn, 1.4 million. Really good. Really good score this week. Then I have to do Dark now, and Dark and Ice are the weakest teams. Ice is gonna get a big buff next patch. Ice is still... Well, Ice is getting a big buff. Plume's gonna get replaced.
僭越ながら
このコンチルあいつがターゲットか。先陣を切らせてもらうぞ。行くよ。見ない人の時間です。私の目の泡のように消えろ。出ていけ。邪魔者め。沈め。海の底に。ご清聴ありがとうございます。泡のように消えろ。沈め、海の底に。無駄な抵抗だ。おい、気をつけろ。
There's the guy. They're way over here. I don't really care about my score this week. I don't care about my score this week. Characters aren't fun to play. I don't really care. Invested very little in these characters. The triple S character on this team is Selena.
やっと終わった。でもまだ余裕かな。
I don't even have her optimized yet. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't give a crap. I need to optimize them more. So whatever. Placement in this game doesn't really matter if you spend money on it. The rewards are minuscule enough, you don't really need to.
おい、もっと洗った方がいいぜ。お前の笑顔が気に入ってるんだ。お そうだよ。願ってるぜ、レイブン隊の指揮官。
Actually, yeah, he's pretty optimized already. I will max him out just because he's my favorite character. It's gonna have to wait till a patch when I'm less far behind. He's definitely the best character to play as, based on percent. Optimized, needs 4 more hypertunes and he's done. Maxed character. Not maxed, optimized, but need 3 more dupes to get him to triple S. Anything past that is whale territory. Yeah, I'll some eye to his next. It says 3 is 10 yeah. When I get some money, I want to get one more copy and then I'll wait for the patch in a few weeks. I should be able to get a copy from here too. So it's triple S. We're getting a bunch of free stuff. Next patch. Let me go ahead and pull that up. They're refreshing the recharge rewards, so if you already spent past a certain threshold, you just get a bunch of stuff for free. That's kind of what I'm planning around right now. There we pull this up. So I get multiple hyper tunes, so that will max him out. Let's see here. They give you a weapon. Resonance USB, so I can get him that too. We're going all in on Uncle. 500 skulls. So that's where his extra copy is going to come from. You get a costume, weapon skin. Get another 100 skulls, so that's going to go towards Lamia. And then I get one selector from here. I can resonate a weapon. I already did Watanabe's, but I'll do another one. You also get the weapon. You get another USB. So 2 USBs. And then the final reward is 20k, but I haven't spent that much money on the game. But I have 15k spent, so I get all this stuff. It's actually really nice because the total recharge rewards have been crap for like years. So this is how I'm going to get the other copies of Watanabe is through here. I just have to to get another 10 pulls by the end of his patch. So I might have to cash a little bit. Yeah, 20k I'm still far from. Probably because of all the times I took breaks. If I hadn't taken breaks from the game, I'd have that. But I'm not going to use these right away anyway. What these work is that they... when more characters are added, the previous patch character gets added to that menu. So that means I can get an extra copy from here. And then use the other one for like another character later. So that's pretty sweet. That's coming in like 2 weeks. 2 weeks we get complete total recharge, refresh. Alright, if I feel like doing anything else, let's see. PGR homework is done. I did some Arisen Force. I did a little bit of Fate Samurai Remnant. God of War run. Let's see. You guys have anything you want to see tonight? I'm willing to take some suggestions, otherwise I'm gonna log off. I would do the Lost Judgment roguelike mode, but you need the DLC and I don't have money right now. Let's see if there's any other mods for Ragnarok, maybe.
Even if everyone
that once led us to...
If I could draw on that power one more time.
Must know that you are known as the traitor who betrayed the nation. Even if it was due to some sort of misunderstanding, false accusation, the court has decided.
I will fix all those mistakes. I will never succumb to this power like the rest of you. This is the power of the true supreme being! Did the Hete stones react to this bell?
By using the power of Hete, you should be able to get through all of
Fawa, please get back. It's dangerous.
Kim Rip!